Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here today. The end of the school year serves as a time to recognize the exceptional work of our students, staff, faculty, and members of the Durham community. We want to take this opportunity to recognize the positive contributions from members of our community on campus, in Durham, and around the nation and globally.
Today, we come together as a university to recognize and celebrate student leadership and service through contributions to the local and global communities. While we can't be together physically, we are together in spirit. Individuals that were nominated for and received awards this year will be honored over the course of the next weeks digitally across Duke University Student Affairs social media channels.
With several thousand definitions, leadership is thought of from a variety of different perspectives and is difficult to define. At Duke, we often think about leadership meeting at the intersection of character, collaboration, and community for the outcome of change for a common good. Even that definition, though, has quite a bit of room for interpretation, and intentionally so. Historically in the US, leadership is narrowly and conveniently thought of as titles, elected positions, accolades, and previous accomplishments. These nominees have displayed through their lived experiences that leadership can take any shape, and the difference that they make can be felt at every level of our community and beyond.
As seen in these recipients and nominees, leadership can be artists creating lasting works within the community, serving as a member of Duke student government, leading a fraternity or sorority council, organizing campus social justice campaigns, creating spaces for dialogue during orientation, or working to create space on campus for equality. It could be managing a sports team, bridging cultural gaps on a daily basis, helping overwhelmed first years assimilate to campus life, building a nonprofit from the ground up, or leading service initiatives. It can be sacrificing your Friday night plans to cover a shift for someone who isn't feeling well, offering a shoulder to cry on, speaking up in the face of adversity, actively being a friend and supporting someone, being brave enough to move from a bystander to an active ally. It can be asking someone how their day is and not only meaning it, but sticking around to listen to the whole answer. It is acting to make this your campus and your world a better, safer, and more welcoming place for everyone. And that list is just a small sampling of the incredibly diverse accomplishments that members of our community have done and continue to do.
Leadership is not always something that fits neatly on the line of a resume, but is reflected in the daily choices and conversations held. The wisdom and knowledge shared, leadership is a way of life. It is to serve and strive for what is right and good and just without ceasing. Whether you hold a title or not, it is to offer support, ideas, and in some cases, simply your presence.
In honor of all the accomplishments we are celebrating today, the entire Duke University will be sharing the achievements of our recipients. You will also be hearing directly from the nominators about some of the many contributions that make our community so special.
The Student Affairs Distinguished Leadership and Service Awards honor graduating students whose collective contributions to the Duke and larger communities are grounded in the values of the university's mission. Students who have demonstrated extraordinary leadership and service to others through character, collaboration, and citizenship in their curricular and co-curricular endeavors are eligible for these awards. This year's recipients are Benny Romero for building alliances through collective engagement, Elizabeth Lee for commitment to diversity, Rob Baldoni for commitment to integrity, Maria Zarita Ontiveros for expanding the boundaries of learning, Annie Klock for respect for community, and Sarah Jacobs for respect for community.
The William J. Griffith University Service Award is presented annually to a select number of graduating students whose service and contributions to the Duke and larger communities have significantly impacted university life. Recipients demonstrate effective university, communal, and global citizenship. This year's recipients are Esperanza Hernandez Vasquez for outstanding contributions to the Duke community, Tommy Hessel for outstanding contributions to the Duke community, Elizabeth Lee for outstanding contributions to the Duke community, Alejandra Gomez for outstanding contributions to the Durham and local community, Clarice Hu for outstanding contributions to the Durham and local community, and Thanisha Nalavati for outstanding contributions to the global community.
There are many individuals throughout the Duke University community that work tirelessly to ensure that the university operates to the best of its ability. This award works to recognize one undergraduate student, one graduate student, one staff member, and one faculty member who have positively influenced the university community from behind the scenes without seeking recognition or titles, and does so with a positive attitude, a willingness to help in whatsoever capacity necessary, and a commitment to bettering the Duke community. This year's recipients are, for undergraduate students, Rob Baldoni, JP Behringer, Theo Tsai, Genesis Dawson, Ali Diaz, Ciandra Ellison, Esperanza Hernandez Vasquez, Clarice Hu, Arthi Kaviarsu, Sena Bourgereau, Ellen Mines, Maddie Sparrow, Frank Thomas, and Ashley Wang. For graduate students, we have Stephanie Hilton. And for our Duke University and staff, we have Laura Andrews, Kelly Jennings, Steve Mizaroka, and Lindsay Parker.
We will now transition into presenting our Fraternity and Sorority Life Awards. First, we'll have our individual awards. Outstanding New Member. This award recognizes an individual who has demonstrated outstanding achievement and contributions during their first year of membership within one of our organizations. This year's recipient is Deborah Cordero Martinez of Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Next, we have Outstanding Service to the Community. This recognizes a fraternity or sorority life member who has had significant contributions to the Durham community through sustained service, whether in person or virtually. This award does not measure the quantity of service that individual makes, but rather the value of his or her contribution. This year's recipient is Neka Wabweze from Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. Next, we have Leader of the Year. This recognizes a member of the fraternity and sorority community who has demonstrated an outstanding commitment to and passion for advancing the interests of fraternity and sorority community in the past year. This year's recipient is Nia El Amin of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Next, we have Outstanding Chapter Advisor. This recognizes a fraternity and sorority life alum and or faculty advisor who has enhanced their individual chapter and or fraternity and sorority life community through his or her service. This year's recipients are the Sigma Phi Epsilon Fraternity Advisory Team, Holly Laverne, Tom DeRoma, and Tom Ziggety. Next is our Outstanding Chapter President. This recognizes a chapter president who has affected in most positive change in his or her chapter and who has taken on an active role in his or her council's initiatives. This year's recipient is Jonna Lambert of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. We will now be transitioning to our Chapter Excellence Awards. Our office, Student Leadership, recognizes chapters for their outstanding work throughout the year through Fraternity and Sorority Excellence Awards. Excellence Awards are given to chapters who go above and beyond minimum requirements for the Duke Greek community standards. Multiple chapters can be recipients of these awards. This year's recipients for excellence in academic engagement are Chi Psi Fraternity, Kappa Alpha Theta, Lambda Theta Alpha Latin Sorority Incorporated, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, Pi Beta Phi, and Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. This year's recipients for excellence in membership engagement are Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Kappa Alpha Theta, and Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated. This year's recipients for excellence in community engagement are Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, Delta Delta Delta, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, Phi Beta Sigma Fraternity Incorporated, and Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated. This year's recipient for excellent in chapter management is Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And last but certainly not least, I am very proud to announce that this year's recipient for our 2020-2021 chapter of the year is the Kappa Omicron chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Congratulations to all the chapters recognized today.
The student organization lineups are the seasonal awards from the student involvement team to highlight the amazing work that is happening in our student community. Each nominee was elected from their peers as outstanding leaders and agents of change. This year's recipients are, for the fall of 2020, the student organization goes to Coalition for Preserving Memory. Student organization officer/member is Ashley Wong, and the student organization advisor is Elmer Oriana. For spring 2021, the student organization is the Duke Disability Alliance. For the organization officer/member, Liu Walden Michael, and for student organization advisor is Sarah Neff.
The Lars Lyon Volunteer Service Award. The Lars Lyon Volunteer Service Award recognizes a rising sophomore, junior, or senior at Duke who has made a difference in the work of a local school or nonprofit organization. To be considered, undergraduates must have exhibited a strong dedication to service while at Duke and must be nominated by a member of the faculty or staff, a fellow student, or a representative of a Durham nonprofit or public school. This year's recipient is Hannah McKnight. The Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award. In 2003, Duke University rejoined approximately 50 other Southern universities in presenting the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Award. This award program, sponsored by the Algernon Sidney Sullivan Foundation, recognizes a graduating senior and a faculty, staff, or graduate student member within Duke University or Duke Health for their outstanding contribution and commitment to service. This year's undergraduate recipient is Tatiana Richardson. Betsy Alden Outstanding Service Learning Awards. The Betsy Alden Outstanding Service Learning Awards recognizes one graduating senior, one faculty member, and one community partner for their commitment to the ideals of service learning. This year's student recipient is Reagan Sanders. This year's faculty recipient is Liz Shapiro Garza. This year's community partner recipient is Gano, Gente Aprendiendo para Nuevas Oportunidades.
The Julie Ann Levy Memorial Award was established in 1997. The primary mission of the program is to sponsor an event to entertain, educate, stimulate thought and discussion, and generally enhance the experience of first-year students at Duke University. The Julie Ann Levy Memorial Award is presented to an emerging leader in the first-year class who has demonstrated a dedication to the first-year residential experience and the Duke community through leadership in co-curricular activities, and who demonstrated initiative, creativity, and a clear commitment to making a difference in the lives of their peers. This year's recipients are Alana Manfredini and Nicole Rosenzweig. The Graywell Arts and Leadership and Service Award and the Hal Kammerer Memorial Prize for Film and Video will be announced on Friday, April 23rd on the Duke University Union Instagram page.
The Forever Duke Student Leadership Award recognizes graduating students who embody the Forever Duke spirit in their service to the university. The recipients are individuals of high integrity who have done great things not only at Duke, but for Duke, and exhibit qualities worthy of the award that include, but not limited to, they are strong advocates for the Duke community. They embody Duke's guiding principle of knowledge in the service of society. They are leaving Duke a better place than they found it. This year's recipients are Robert Baldoni, Courtney Crumpler, Ali Diaz, Jenna Frush, Garme Gorlor Wulu, Stephen Herrera Tornorio, Tommy Hessel, Brandon Hunter, Ash Jeffers, Gray Kidd, Catherine McMillan, Aja Manin, Sophia Nettio, Jackie Perez, Wesley Pritzlaff, Drayden Quigley, Casey Robbins, Annie Roberts, Lucas Roca Melogno, Jessica Civilian, Frank Thomas, Edgar Borges, and Yo-Yin Yo Jawun.
Congratulations to all our award winners. Thank you to Brian Lackman and the In the Spotlight Committee for all their work on this program. It's been an inspiring half hour. If you want to know more about these remarkable students and community members, reach out and connect with them. Just because we are not able to be in person, it does not stop us from engaging in our remarkable community at Duke. This is a community full of individuals, excuse me, committed to enhancing the world, supporting each other, and working to become their best selves. Coretta Scott King once said, "The greatness of a community is most accurately measured by the compassionate actions of its members." This hour, along with my short time at Duke, reminds us of the compassion in this community, both virtually and in person. Regardless of where we are joining from, I know that the Duke community, including parents, alumni, faculty, staff, and students, will always be a pillar of compassion. Cheers, congratulations, and thank you for all your leadership contributions and achievements. We're excited for you all and all that is yet to come. Celebrate well, you deserve this.